This is my day 9 of making manga challenge. Today I completed these pages and I am very satisfied on the amount of pages that I was able to complete today, and they also look pretty damn clean. So let's just start with the process. Right now I'm just starting with a uphead shot of my character looking suspiciously passionate on meeting his favorite idols, and yeah, like that's a good start. It's a first page of the day, and the story has been progressing, and I do like the pace that it's going right now. And here are my tips. Have a lot of pages behind the page that you're currently drawing, so that it just adds some kind of weight to the pencil that you're using, so that it's more smoother to draw. That's just something that I noticed. Before I used to just draw with single pages, and it was adding some kind of friction to it, but this is way better. Like, have 8 or 9 pages behind the page that you're drawing. Another thing that you can see me here doing is time stamping. Like, I always write the time that I'm starting the page on. Like, this page was started on, let's say, 26, like 5:26, and then I also write plus 10 minutes in front of it, so 5:26, 5:36. So that gives me a good deadline of, like, I have to complete this page in 10 minutes. And when you have a deadline like that, you don't mess around and you just get the job done as quickly as possible. And more often than not, that is the best you can give. Like, no matter how much you spend on a drawing, 80% of it is achieved as fast as possible anyways. So you can, why waste your time, drawing comics will take a lot of your time, so it is extremely important on what you utilize that time for. So penciling takes me about 10 minutes per page, so even this page took me around the same time. So he's just thinking of the group, the poster that he's hung up on the wall. And keep in mind, like, I'm just following the storyboards here, nothing out of my own head, just doing as I draw before. Nothing creative here, just thinking of the camera. I guess that's kind of creative, but other than that, you don't really have to think a lot about it. And you do need a bit of warm up. As you can see, I was struggling a bit with the folds of the clothes because I haven't, like, warmed up the clothing part recently. But you do need to, like, realize how clothes look, how natural they should look, and how they are drawn quickly and efficiently. If you see the drawing above, which you will, like, soon, you can see that I wasn't efficient with the lines. Like, I used way too many lines for it. So that would be my another tip. Don't use too many lines because it just wastes a lot of time. And you can show the passage of time by constant camera and things going away from the camera. Like, as you can see, the truck was there in a zoomed in position. The next panel, it was gone, like, at a distance. This was a very fun panel in which all of his teammates, like the construction worker guys, you don't know what the story is about, watch the previous vlog, but the construction working guys, the friends of his, they see what he's looking at. He's, like, looking at this K-pop group dancing, like these girls dancing, and they are all, like, busting out laughing, thinking this is a dumb guy. Like, just making fun of him, like, just not even like bullying him. It's just normal poking fun, like, what are you doing, bro? Like, that kind of stuff. And they're just laughing. They're having time of their lives doing this. But yeah, it's just a funny panel showing how the world reacts to his hobbies. And he's just left alone with his thoughts, thinking, what am I doing with my life? And with that being said, let's go to the next page. After that funny panel, this goes a very sad panel because he reaches his home. Well, if you can call it that. It's not an actual home, it's just a dumpster kind of thing in which he just stays the nights because he comes late off of work, so he only has to sleep in and eat something, and he eats garbage food because that's all there is available to him. He's just sitting there thinking, damn, my life is terrible. At least I got one thing going for me, and that thing being the K-pop group concert thing. So he's just thinking there in his own head, and about this dream. He has this dream of meeting them one day, like what he would do, the questions that he would ask. So as he's thinking about it, like what questions would he ask them? And he just thinks that is that even a possibility? And he thinks about his life, and he's thinking, why should I keep on living and stuff like that, just like just sad stuff, because there's nobody for him. He's just sitting there in the dark, lonely, and looking at this poster. And after a hard day's work, like what else is there for him to do? So I also like his face structure here. I referenced Vagabond for it. Takehiko Inoue is a legendary manga. It's about samurais and stuff, but I was like, okay, this panel should do. Like it shows the emotions quite right. He's like looking at the poster, shedding a tear, thinking, why am I dreaming of impossible things? But until I see them, I have to keep on living. And I show some details of the posters of it being like broken and like in bad condition. Yeah, and with that being said, we'll move on to the next page. If you want to draw faces but you don't know how to start, just draw anime faces in like 3D angles. It's not a very good art advice, but it will give you a confidence of learning how to draw better, because that's how I started. And then once I learned that, okay, face could be also broken as a cube, as a sphere, that's when I got motivation of learning actual faces and how they look. So if I didn't know how to do that, I could not have never drew this up head wala shot, in which he's like looking up and showing how terrified he is, and just showing his whimsical nature of dreaming about this stuff. And with that being said, that was my last page. I hope you like this vlog and check out my earlier vlogs. And that's it for today, guys. Keep drawing manga. Bye. Here's a quick look on all the manga that I drew today.